Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 3v3 on the Eastern Front on Calais Battery. Which is not the Eastern Front, obviously, but pretend it's somewhere along the Baltic or somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, let's go through the players. Represent the Soviet Union, we have Minigamer, without a commander yet. We have Muru, also without a commander. And we have Ralph Roberts, also without a commander. I guess all the Soviets are gonna see where the Germans go first or something. Represent the Germans. We have Germany Parks as Strafdivision for the Wehrmacht, Racial as Panzerdivision for the Wehrmacht, and TKD as Propaganda Tactics for the Waffen-SS. I guess we're fighting somewhere in Eastern Germany then. Perhaps right on the border between Poland and, well, Poland and Germany or something. Or it could even be in Prussia. Who the hell knows? Could be many places. Oh, we also have a command choice for Muru. Looks like it's Soviet tank and Soviet motor for Minigamer and nothing yet for Roberts. Okay. That should be interesting. Panzerstrafe and Propaganda. That's a very interesting mix. We already have some German penal troops coming out here at the Straftruppen. It looks like we have double sappers here to engage the Pioneers in the center. Pioneers might get overrun here in a short amount of time because I think these sappers are going to use the foliage here to get close and throw a grenade. Yeah, great, coming over the hedge. But the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers are coming up. Already opening fire with the MP40s and Kar-98s. But the sappers are in a good position here, but there are Grenadiers on the flank. Well, up here, we have the Waffen-SS being overrun by some conscripts and sappers. Volkssturm is trying to keep them at bay alongside the Kubelwagen. Kubelwagen's MT42 might work, but that's a Molotov. Hitting straight on the Volkssturm, and the gunner's been killed by the Kubelwagen. Sturmgrenadiers are circling down to try and help, though. And these guys are really damn good troops. They will be able to keep the Russians at bay if they're in a good position. We can already see scoring a lot of kills. And well, the Soviets secured the center thanks to their push. No engagements yet on the southern flank, as both sides are being cautious. You have double staff troops coming in, so a lot of penal troops are being sent in by the Germans to try and keep the Soviets at bay. Pretty common strategy. Battalione were actually utilized very frequently on the Eastern Front, as I understand. Especially in dangerous situations. We also have some Volksgrenadiers here trying to keep the Russians at bay. Russians pulled out a 45mm gun as well. Fascinating. But we're going to have a very wide front line here. Grenadiers need to get behind the fence, good to see. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the cover. Best not in the Spearhead, man. Mthis pushing up here, but those Sturmgrenadiers got a really... Oh my god, the Sturmgrenadiers are killing them. That's a great coming in on them. Sturmgrenadiers are really good units, like, don't underestimate them. They are very expensive, but... Oh, he might actually die here. Yeah, that's really close. The Mthis are a lot better at shooting than the conscripts are. But Mthis died, and another Mthis is coming up. But Molotov is killing them. Oh god. Franz is holding up the center here for the Soviet Union. Left troops are just having a little bit of a skirmish, really, with the conscripts on the southern flank. We have a command choice here for Ralph Roberts. Not yet. Pioneer is pushing up more Volkssturm, and alongside an MG08, the German machine gun of the First World War, manned by Volkssturm. Not a unique unit available to if you're playing as Propaganda. Propaganda has access to a lot of fascinating little weapons. Very desperate weapons. Yeah, Sturmgrenadiers are pretty good. Don't underestimate Sturmgrenadiers. They're really damn good infantry. Oh, we have the Vampire scope on the Grenadiers. Unique upgrade to you if you're playing as Panzer, I believe. Which essentially is an infrared scope, or night vision optic by the looks of it. There's only one Sturmgewehr though, not two. We also have a 3.7mm pack here. Maxim and Thompson's here for the Soviet Union. Thompson's is a unique upgrade for the Sappers if you're playing as Tank Division, and Lend-Lease weapon from the United States. Very rare, as I understand. It was not really seen that often, but apparently the Americans did send a lot of prepackaged helmets alongside the Thompson, which is interesting. Something I did not know, but the tooltips does say that. Very silent on the southern flank at the moment. Pioneers are starting to move through the trench network down here. We have a tank unavailable for the Soviet Union. PTRS armed early anti-tank unit for the Soviets. So that's what the Pioneers are targeting, but Maxim is moving up. Now the Thompsons are pushing forward. Force the Pioneers to get out of there. Meanwhile, the Grenadiers are trying to hold up the front line here behind the sandbag position. MT-42 coming out here now for the Wehrmacht. First take-up truck for the Mthis coming out. Might be sitting up in the town here by the train station. Generally a very safe position if you can hold it. There we go. I actually want to put an MG inside there if they want at some point. Or perhaps a high-ranking officer to just hold the back line. As the high-ranking officer, you don't actually want directly in the battlefield, as I understand. They can sit back and like cover your troops from the rear. They can help cover your retreat for a little bit, basically. It really depends on your positioning. You need to position your units very smartly in the Spearhead. We also have a mortar here for the Soviets on the northern flank. Mortar is good for just keep shelling a front line. EPM armed on the tank destroyer troops. Not tank destroyer troops. Just Pontoviki. See, I am recording good. I just want to make sure. Oh, we have road blockades coming up here for the Soviet Union on the southern flank. I guess they want to deny a vehicle movement for the Germans later on. At least on that flank. But they're trying to limit the approach that the Straftuppen can do. Not from the broader but now Clara. And Flamethrower. Oh, wait. Flamethrower on the Pioneers as they're building out back at base. Oh, Flamethrower going up on the Straftuppen. But Straftuppen in a good defense position. But that grenade. Oh. Sappers did go down though. Ready for orders. The front lines have somewhat stabilized for both sides. Oh, Großdeutschland moving up here. There's an angle here. The machine gun does not cover. Großdeutschland are elite Panzer Grenadiers available to Panzer Division. You can only have one enemy in the field at a time. Oh, and then we have the Vampire Scope arm. The Grenadiers trying to make a frontal assault. Probably not the best angle. Oh, we have Maxim anyway. That Maxim is covering a lot. There's also Consuls on the flank here. 3.7mm pack coming up. EPMs are present, the Pioneers. The pack is actually pretty accurate against the infantry, the small one. If there's not stuff blocking its line of sight, or line of fire anyway. Like this hay. Or the sandbags. But yeah, that is a pretty impressive little extra threat to deal with. Oh, he's aiming for the cover, I think. I'm not sure what he's aiming at, actually. Just providing us suppressive fire. We're ready to move. Grenadiers operational. Boxstorm holding up around here. And laying some barbed wire on the flank. Good to see, so he's gonna have a harder time getting flanked. Thinking ahead, that's very nice. Meanwhile, the services have demo charges and everything. They want to really make it a pain for the Germans to make a counterattack. Großdeutschland pushing up here, being armed with an LMT-42. Generally a pretty potent upgrade. You always want to use machine guns if you're playing against the Germans. Something their whole infantry tactics and doctrine were themed around. Centered around the machine gun, rather. We have a 40 HQ set up here by the Soviets down here in this farm. Lots of... oh, we have Belarusian irregulars. Okay. So they're playing... That's right, it's Moda that gets the Belarusian irregulars. I'm trying to figure out who gets the Belarusian irregulars in a match I was trying to play myself. Unfortunately, essentially my computer seems to have issues sometimes when Windows 10 updates, so I crashed in the match, unfortunately, so you will not see that one. Was because also the recording got corrupted because of it. Really annoying stuff. But it's modded against the Belarusians. I thought it was Tank Destroyer, so that was my bad. We also have the Odon here, elite troops available to you if you're playing as Motor, arriving in an armored car. Meanwhile, the Germans are preparing to move through down here. They've even got some more Panzer Grenadiers from the 15th. Oh, good shot there from the Mthis. This is the basic field gun of the Soviet Union, can be utilized as an artillery gun and an anti-tank gun. So it has very good multi-purpose. But the Soviets are still coming to flank here with a DPM. Now the Odon is revealing themselves in the armored car. And of course Deutschland have to get out of that. You have a Panzerbüchse on the Pioneers. AT rifle used by the Germans. I think he needs to get out of that, yeah, or else that happens. You always want to evacuate the vehicle before you get destroyed, because else you risk losing a lot of the squad. Meanwhile, this also looks like the Waffen-SS pushed up here. The demo charge is still there. Oh! Didn't kill them though. But very cheeky with the demo charge. But his Mthis has gotten a little bit of a ground coverage up there now. If it come out for the center flank. Little command shift from Ralph Roberts. Doesn't look like it. But they are getting an SU-76. SU-76M, which means it's the more upgraded version. So it's not the one from the early part of the war. Been modified to be a little bit better. I think it's the same with the T-34. It's not actually the early version of the 76. If I can read the name correctly. No, I'm not sure on the name. So that's double T-34. Oh, it's a battle group! I forgot what battle group this is. Oh, it's the 11th Guards. So you call it the 11th Guards tank group here. Two T-34-76s. A truck with the 11th Guards. Some very good guard units here. Arriving with a lot of... That's SVTs. That's they use the semi-auto rifles. And they will be upgraded with RPDs. Long-range firepower. It's good to see battle groups. I love to see battle groups. Especially the 11th Guards. These guys are really good. Water's opening fire now on the Russian positions. I think. Yeah, there's a mortar here from the Waffen-SS. Here comes the SU-76, already having been equipped with high explosive rounds, which is a thing you can do with this one. It can switch between armor piercing and high explosive. We also have an officer here for the Waffen-SS, a Hauptsturmführer, to lead the front line there. Oh, and the train station has become an HQ. Okay. Pack 4 he also set up here. Taking out the Dushka position. And the southern flank looks like the Soviets are preparing to push up with Dushkas, of all things. Oh, SU-76 opening fire now on the Sturm Grenadiers. And I don't think the Waffen-SS has any AT equipment up here. Don't have the pack down here. Defense are gonna punch through the center with some infantry support here. There are packs though to cover it. Wolfstar's almost taken out. MG42 opening fire. Russians are still affected by Ura, which makes them harder to suppress. Fragmentation rounds going in. They might be able to decrew the pack. 11 Guards pushing up here alongside the T-34s. You know, the SU-76 is just punching through all the German defenses. There's a pack though sitting up. Hauptsturmführer might be in trouble here shortly. We do have a Stuk E arriving for the Panzer Division, but I don't think that's the best choice against T-34s. And Pack 40 will definitely keep the SU-76 at bay for a while. Storm Pioneers are still around. So nice to see all the mortars here providing support fire. There's also an Aufklar calling coordinated assaults, coordinated barrages with them. Maxing calling the retreat here from the conscripts. Well, one conscript rather. Looks like the Soviets have also converted the church to a forward HQ, and we have a commander choice, I think. This Shock? Yes, we have Shock Commander, okay. And body armor being upgraded on the Scissors now, because that's the unique upgrade you get. Although not for... Oh, even this old one gets it, nice. Older models have not got the Shock Trooper model, but now they have a body armor which increases their armor and health, which is pretty damn powerful actually. Especially on an AT gun team. D-34 is preparing to push up again on the center here, but Germans are still being suppressed. Panzer IV H coming in, that might be a good choice. So if it's push up more on the southern flank, it doesn't look like... Oh, the staff troops do actually have a Panzerschreck. But they have no AT gun, actually. So if that Panzerschreck is not utilized correctly, it might be a death sentence for the Germans on this flank. Flank opening fire on the Soviets, though. Oh, we have some Volkssturm Panzerjäger sneaking up here for the Waffen assist. They can sneak as a unique unit available to the... Oh my god, something happened there. Is that another demo charge? Was this just a mortar? Will the officer be able to get his barrage off is the question. He is pinned. Volkssturm Panzerjägers got spotted. Oh, big Soviet artillery strike going in, but the Waffen commander did get his artillery strike off. Yeah, decrewing the Maxim and destroying it. And almost killing the AT gun too. We also have an airdrop of fuel in the base, I think. Yep, from the tank commander. Ooh, what the hell got hit there? The driver? The driver got injured by the PTRS and the SIS. D34 was moving in for the kill. Heat shield being loaded. Oh, and that's the stuck down. There's a Panzer IV though, and T-34 pushing up very aggressively here. Panzerschreck did stun it, but Panzerschreck is dead. Panzer IV going out though, T-34 down. Outpost going up here for the Soviet Union in the center. Gonna increase manpower income and give you a watchtower. You can put a unit on the sides. Increase the range of whichever unit is at the side, I believe. Which is really useful for like a machine gun.
High Command has authorized converting civilian structures to field headquarters, Commander.
Panzer IV J ramming for the northern flank of the Waffen SS. Keep an eye on this road for now. What else is going on? We have high tech up going on for Soviets. And a barraging mortar set up here. Good to see. You always want to ensure you can limit the artillery capability of your enemies. And counter barraging is the perfect way to do that. It's one of the best ways to counter enemy mortars. We also have the heavy mortar for the Soviet Union. Good to see. Very powerful mortar utilized by several Soviet commanders. I believe artillery, rifle, and shock all get access to this. I may be wrong on that, but it's a really powerful mortar. Fires a 120mm shell, I believe. Basically, it's larger than most howitzers. Very powerful if it hits, but very inaccurate. Kind of forces the Germans to either do some close-up counter barraging or just get much closer to the front line and be more aggressive. You cannot sit back when this thing is pounding you. Especially if they get several of them. Panzer IV got the T-34 alongside the Panzer IV J. Germans might have an opening here. The guards trying to hold the line here. There's not a lot of AT here. MT arriving for the Soviet Union on the southern flank, a Lend-Lease tank from the Americans, the Sherman. Our class is using a lot of... Oh, we also have the 120 from the Straf Division. They can essentially use the exact one that the Soviets have, just utilized by the Germans. Germans used a lot of Soviet equipment, actually, whenever they can get their hands on it. And the 120mm mortar is a perfect example because it was very well received. It's a very powerful weapon. If-45A is arriving for the tank division in the center. Took out the Panzer IV. H, that is, not the J. Oh, and H is 85 is very hard to get rid of, especially an A's team. MT took a Panzerfaust, has to pull back for repairs. I think the Staff Division might need some more suitable AT. We do have a Lieutenant arriving to lead them and coordinate the front line as they hold the flank here. Most of the fighting seems to be in the north or in the center. Lots of flares going in, giving the Germans a lot of sight on what's going on, despite the smoke. They're gonna for Molotov. Oh, that's an anti-tank grenade assault. Oh, just a grenade assault, actually. Yeah, that's just a grenade assault. Looks like the Germans will be able to keep them at bay with their Sturmgrenadiers and the Hauptsturmführer. But you need to be very cautious because of the Soviet heavy mortar presence, which is counter-barraging. That's a perfect choice for counter-barrage, actually, because of its increased range. And if it does hit, it's just by being inaccurate, it will destroy a mortar team. Lots of artillery landing on the center position as well. Maxim here also be equipped with the body armor, good to see. Actually someone using their doctrinal upgrades. So the Panzer Grenadiers and some Grenadiers are trying to flank though. There's a Captain holding the flank though. Also the T-45 arriving. There's also T-44-76 nearby. They have guards relocating. You're equipped with PPSHs and the RPD. That's a lot of firepower. The southern flank is still somewhat... Oh, we have an artillery piece. Yeah, it's a Panzerwerfer arriving for the Mthis propaganda tactics. Did not... Oh! It destroyed the heavy mortar. That's probably what he was looking for. Now he needs to relocate these quick. Yeah, double Katyusha going out for mini-game on the southern flank though, we can see up here. Lots of casualties for the Germans are happening because of all the artillery. Russians soon have the potential to just push through the center here, I think. There's still MG though, however. More fuel airdropped into the tank division space. The heavy mortar is utilized pretty well from the southern flank by the Germans. Pack here manned by some penal troops. Try and keep the southern flank secured. The Soviets have been unable to punch through the southern flank for now. Several Odon engineers have been called in. Ooh, that was actually a heater shell, I think? In the pack, did not kill them though. That's what Jay trying to be brave here. Very risky against an 85. But did force it to drive back. We might have an AT grenade in the tank. Yeah, destroying the main gun in the Panzer IV. Forcing it to pull back. And destroying his own sandbags. That's not good for the mortar. Also trying to provide some assaulting on the flank, but not really working. Artillery being called in. Ooh, good shell, almost killing the Soviet officer. But meanwhile, the Soviets are starting to push up the road down here. Got some stormtroopers arriving here for the Mthis. That's Vajay moving up again. Lots more Volkstim on the field as well. Looks like the Grenadiers are trying to push up again here. Seems like this is still not a shot blocker. Destroying out one of the Odan, that's pretty good. MT pushing up again. Oh, looks like... Oh, the pack is still alive, okay. Also, this place got Katushat, basically. Heal troops have been equipped with a Russian flamethrower. Need to fight against that Sherman, though. KP2 arriving for the northern flank alongside some shock troopers. This is going to be quite an intense force to push with. Panzerwerfer's firing again, probably aiming for this area. Widespread shot destroyed the Soviet Fort HQ, but doesn't seem like it did much but kill some infantry. Axel's going in on the T-345. He's still loaded. That's high explosive, actually. Panzer got a good flank. You're killing the Storm Grenadier, though! IS-2 coming onto the field. And Tiger Tank running for the center front. From Racial. That might help steer up the front line. And looks like minigamer drop. That's a problem. That's annoying. Oh well. Might have been a crash or something. I've had a fair few crashes recently, so... Could be something like that. Good staggered front line here from the TKD. But here's the KV-2. Assault tank. Oh, another heavy mortar. Good to see. That's very good for shelling a defensive German position. What's the shock troopers? There they are. Not being equipped with anything special yet, so just SVTs. And a squad leader with a PBSH. Panzerwerfers are firing again. This time aiming up here. Not sure that destroyed a lot though. Looks like the Soviets gonna make a big breakthrough up here. T-345 Ace moving ahead alongside another T-345. We also have an IS-2 arriving shortly. Lots of rockets that are being utilized. This time by the AI that's replaced Minigamer. Soviets pushing up here now. KV-2 got a very good shot. Now this is an assault tank. It is designed for breaking through defensive lines. And Vajay moving up, but there's T-345s. One good shot there is all it takes. The problem is the KV-2 is not as heavily armored as one might think. Like, its giant turret makes it a very easy target. But it has a good gun, as you can see. It just punches through defenses. So the 11th Guards are preparing to support as well. I guess the Russians realize they need to push through, but their AI ally will be exceptionally aggressive. So the staff troops are definitely going to have their hands covered now. So we have a Volksturm force with some stormtroopers leading them on the flank, but they've been spotted by a conscript. You need to move quickly. Waits going out. Artillery called in by the Soviet lieutenant.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
The stormtroops are getting on the flanks here. They're being shot as they try to move by. Oh, Volksturm are being killed though. Don't want to move into that blink hopper smoke. Toxic. IS-2 pushing up against the Tiger here. Tiger does not want to brawl with an IS-2. The IS-2 is probably the best heavy tank in the game apart from the King Tiger, but even then, it has a good chance of fighting the King Tiger, to my understanding. One good shot's all it'll take. Nope, no penetration. But the IS-2 is an exceptionally powerful tank. Do not underestimate his 120mm gun, I think it is. Is it 120? I'm not sure what caliber it actually is. I think it's a 120mm. D70 pushing on the southern flank here. The German flank is definitely suffering now under the constant pressure from the AI. The Soviet AI is very aggressive, as you can probably see. 152mm artillery coming up here now for the Shock Division. Shock Division gets a little bit of everything. It's a jack of all trades commander, basically. And the howitzer will definitely provide issues for the Germans. Oh, looks like the Tiger almost went down to the IS-2 there. Panzerwerfer opening fire again. Stugi didn't penetrate. 85 Ace and IS-2 working together. That's a pretty good team, actually. Ace spots and provides some support with its 85mm, while the IS-2 tanks and uses its big gun to destroy the big targets. But one more pack taken out by the Soviet artillery. You just need to take out all the pack guns. But looks like the Tiger is almost operational again. Okay, you two's preparing to push up here, meanwhile. And after the test defenses is definitely starting to crumble. We also have a Tiger is arriving now. Unique call in the wave. Oh, KV-2 is almost down. KV-2 does have a very easy to penetrate armor. That's that giant turret, but does have a high health pool. No upgrades on the shock troopers by the looks of it, so they just belong to the SVTs. And here's the howitzer now opening fire inside the German town, destroying it with shells. And here's the Tiger Ace. Basically, you get a veteran Tiger with a... And oh! And that howitzer basically destroyed that town. Now we have two Tigers working together, a Tiger Ace and a normal Tiger tank. Although I would not call that a ammo pattern regulation. Which are the 85 almost killing it. The Tiger Ace will be pretty damn powerful, but there is an IS-2 on the field. Shock Trooper squad's dead by looks of it. Ace staying near the tank. IS-2 pushing up. So they aim to destroy the forward Panzer HQ first. Tiger Ace getting on the flank here. Oh, that was a mine! Destroying the 85 Ace. Oh, good shot from the Ace, almost killing the IS-2. Second IS-2 has arrived though. And now the Soviet steamroller just keeps going. It does not stop. When the Soviet steamroller gets going, it's very hard to stop it. You have to push very aggressively or decisively to stop the continuous arrival of troops. That's a 76 down. There we go. 188 shell is all it takes. KB2 is ready again. 85 moving alongside the second howitzer going up. So they're laying mines, good to see. Teller mines will definitely stop the Soviet advanced vehicles if they hit them. You do want to utilize mines a lot if you're playing as the Germans. Oh, good shot on 85 there. Penetrating the frontal arm of the Tiger. Oh, and KB2 killing the Volkssturm, but honestly the Volkssturm are easy to replace. But when the Tiger is out, I think his income is very low due to the upkeep. Anti-weapons opening fire again. Tiger planning to move to the center, but there's a lot of Soviets covering it. Even IS-2 moving up. Oh, good shot there from the Mthis, penetrating the Tiger. Here's the IS-2. Second Tiger being prepared by the Panzer Division. We're gonna have heavy tank brawling here. Oh, IS-2 got the Tiger there. One good shot. And Stuk down too. The IS-2s are so hard to deal with. They're going to need more Teller mines or Regal mines or something. And there's no mines at this front line by the looks of it. Oh, good shot from the pack though. Panzer HQ about to go down. Oh, looks like the Tiger has been immobilized. And looks like the HQ in the town got destroyed. Well, the AI is just pushing up on the Staff Division's flank. Looks like the Staff Division is using a lot of Beuter Panzers, T-34s. Yeah, I don't think the Staff Division can hold for much longer at this rate. IS-2s are pushing up through now in the center. Panzer is trying to get up to use a Panzerknacker. But that's not going to work out, I think. Panzerknacker is one of the few weapons that can one-shot IS-2. Looks like the IS-2 up here got destroyed though. Thanks to the pack and a Panzer IV. Second Tiger arriving. Tiger is still operational but needs to get prepared. And that's the Panzer IV-J. Tiger and IS-2 are gonna have a little bit of a duel here.
We have lost a pack gun.
Beuter Panzer's fighting against the Soviets down here still. I don't think that'll turn out well for them in the long run. More defense taken out here by the Soviets. They're pushing up very aggressively. IS-2 pushing again. It wasted its shell on an infantry squad. Oh, good shot from the IS right there. Almost killing the Tiger. You know, the Tiger is basically hauled down at the moment. Unable to move. Alpklar pushing up. Using a flare. As the German defense is slowly collapsing, looks like lots of T-34s will try to overrun the Tiger Ace. Good shot there. And one more penetration. 185 down. You want to be very careful approaching a Tiger Ace. Especially when it's hauled down like this. Our Tiger is still getting repaired. Katyusha's opening fire now. I think one could have done though is actually get the point in the howitzer to operate and use that on the Tiger Ace while it's held down by using the recon. that will make all the howitzers, despite their cooldowns, all targets the Tiger Ace. KV2 pushing up though. Let's see if that's high explosive still will do any damage. No penetration for the Tiger Ace. No penetration either. But the Tiger Ace got a penetration there. Back in the center is ready again. Yeah, well, the Soviet AI is just getting more and more units out. This is still being used as artillery, good to see. Using the multi-purpose utility of the Soviet Union. Truck coming up to help repair the Tiger. Oh, good shot there from the howitzer? Yeah, it looks like it was from a howitzer. That Tiger Ace is still in trouble. And Soviet infantry are pushing up. There's nothing to stop them. Tappers are clearing the way.
Command has been lost. Dispatching a mobile HQ vehicle.
Not looking good for the Germans here. The Soviets are going to prepare to push up again. IS-2 fighting against the Tiger Ace. IS-2 might be able to win that. Oh, and good shot from the 85. Oh, and the main gun is down. They can now move close. Tiger here fighting against the IS-2s as well, but that's not going to win out, I think. Tiger Ace did go down, and the Germans surrender at this point. Makes a lot of sense. You don't want to fight against all this Soviet armor. Hope you all enjoyed this one, everyone. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.